Okay, guys, so let's approach number 11. Number 11 is asking, what is 40% of 1,952? Okay, so I want you to present with this formula. I mean, there's two ways that you can approach it. First, let's actually just translate from math into English first. And then I'm gonna give you the formula. Okay, so let's just translate. So what usually, that's the question, that's what we're looking for, right? That's usually denoted by X, is usually translates into an equal sign. 40%, 40% translates, well, we usually, when we deal with percentage problems, we write percentages in decimal form. So 40%, think of the percentage symbol as 1 divided by 100. So 40 divided by 100 is 0.4. And then of is multiplication, and the value of 1952. Okay, so all we have left, we have a equation now. So all we have left to do is to put it into a calculator. So I have 0.4 times 1952. Here you are. It's 780.8. So X is 780.8. That's it. So that's direct translation. If you guys, I have a list of words and how they translate into math. So if you ask me, I'll give it to you. Okay. But what about the formula? Like if you have trouble translating it, you can use this formula, which is which says percentage quantity equals percentage multiplied by the starting quantity. So first, let's identify what we have. So we have three values here. So two of them should be given to us in order for us to be able to solve it. Okay, so what do we have here? What is given to us? Well, we have percentage, right? 40. So that's, again, it's got to be in decimal form, so 0.4. Okay, and then we have, the question asks, what is 40% of 1,952? So we're taking 40% out of this quantity, right? So that's our starting quantity. That's our 1,952. So multiplication and percentage quantity is what we're looking for. So again, that's how you can come up with your equation as well. Right? And sometimes, like, depending on what they're asking, sometimes, you know, they're gonna say, what percentage 36 is of, I don't know, 1,000, then you're gonna, you know, fill in the values that are given to you. And in that case, X would be a percentage. All right, so let's move on from here. Number 12. Given 1 kilo is 200 2.20 pounds. How much does a 150-pound person weigh in kilograms? So this is about unit conversions. And since this quantity, 1 kilo, is exactly the same as 2.20 pounds, they represent the same exact quantity, right? So if we divide 1 kilo by 2.20 pounds, that's gonna be 1, right? Because they are the same. They essentially are the same thing. So it's like 3 divided by 3 is 1. And then also if we put the pounds into numerator and kilograms in the denominator, we still get 1, right? Same thing. So these types of fractions are called unity fractions that are essentially have a value of mathematical value of 1 because they represent the same quantity. Now, we use them in unit conversions when we need to, so in this case, when we need to either convert pounds into kilograms or vice versa, we're going to be using one of these. Now, how do we decide which one we use? Well, so we're starting with 150 pounds. So that means, and we want to convert pounds into kilos. So whatever you want it to be in the end goes into the numerator. So if we want to be left with kilograms, that means we're going to use this conversion fraction where the kilograms are in the numerator. And then because we're using a fraction, we're going to turn 150 pounds into a fraction. So over 1. And now we can multiply and convert. So notice how pounds and pounds cancel out. That's why we want kilos to be in the numerator and pounds in the denominator so we can cancel them out. So what do we have now? We have 150 times 1 kilo. So it's just kilos over 1 times 2.20 and no units anymore. So what we have left is to divide 150, 150 by 2.2, and we're left with 68.18 kilos, about 68.18 kilos. All right. What about miles and kilometers? Okay, so in the next problem, we need to convert 55 miles per hour into meters per second. Okay, so we have several conversions going on here. We have miles, and we need to end up with meters, right? Convert miles into meters. And also we need to convert hours into seconds. So we're going to do several conversions and we can do one at a time. So how can we, so here we have miles to kilometers, right? So miles into kilometers. And then once we have kilometers, we can then convert kilometers to meters. So that's our path, how we're going to do that. Now for hours into seconds, well, we can say, okay, we know that an hour has 3,600 seconds and do it in one sweep, or we could do hours to minutes, minutes to seconds. It's up to you. But since we're already doing like two-step transition here, we could just go ahead and do hours into seconds in one swoop. Okay, so let's do miles to kilometers. So we start with 55 miles. By the way, they are writing it like this, miles per hour, right? Let's start the way they write it, miles per hour. But what that means, actually, it's 55 miles per hour, means per is a fraction bar, and 1 hour goes on the bottom. It's confusing when they write it like that. I would prefer if they put miles and then fraction bar in hours like this. Then you know there's a fraction bar there, but that's what that means actually. Okay, so now we're converting miles to kilometers. So what do we know? We know 1 mile is 1.62 kilometer. So we're going to multiply by unity fraction, and we want miles to go on the bottom. So 1 mile goes on the bottom, and then kilometers will go on the top. So 162 kilometers. Okay, so now miles cancel out, right? And we're left with, let's multiply 55 times 1.62 is 89.1 kilometer over 1 hour. Okay, I'm running out of room. Let's copy it to the next line. All right, so now, so I converted miles to kilometers. Now I have to convert kilometers to meters. So what's the relationship? Here it is, kilometers to meters. So since I want to end up with the meters, meters go on the top. So meters have 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer. So kilometer goes on the bottom. So again, I cancel out kilometers and I have 89, 1, 2, 3 meters over 1 hour. And now I need to finally convert hours into seconds. And I know that 1 hour is equals to 3,600 seconds. So again, how do I multiply? I want hours to be on the top, because right now they're on the bottom, and I want them to cancel out. So I put the hours on the top and the seconds on the bottom. All right, so hours and hours cancel out, and I have 89,100 meters over 3,600 seconds. So I do have meters per second now. See, we already, the units are fine. Now we just have to divide. And you can either divide right away or just do first remove the factors of 100. Either way. So 891 divided by 36, 24.70. So this is 24.75 meters per second. Okay, guys, so we're done with this problem. So we converted 55 miles per hour into meters per second. All right, so this is, guys, what you have to know in order to be successful in this class. If for some reason you're struggling with it, so be prepared either to work extra hard, or maybe like if you completely don't remember anything, then maybe it's a good idea to take Math 104 with support, or maybe even review algebra beforehand. And let me know if you're struggling, if you need a consult with me. let me know and send me, contact me through Canvas and we'll figure it out. Okay.